Hey guys, welcome back to the Thriving Inside Out community where we talk about manifestation, health, and wealth. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my biggest lesson of 2020 yet, and something that I have really close to my heart and that has changed my life tremendously. So if you want to know what it is and how you can change your life too, then keep on watching. You're probably wondering what the hype is all about, and it is about how to choose yourself first. In 2020, it's been a journey and I've learned that concept in various depths and in various situations. That's why it's so close to my heart. And in order to get into more detail of this video, let's talk about something first so we can get it out of the way. And it is that choosing yourself first is not selfish. It's actually quite the opposite. For the longest time, I thought that I needed to choose others or situations that actually not needed, but that was most important to choose other people first because it meant that I cared. So I thought that if I chose myself, I would be seen as someone who doesn't care, someone who's selfish. And in reality, you're actually selfish when you're choosing someone else instead of yourself, because you're doing everyone a disservice by doing that. It took me a long time to understand, but it made its way through. It made its way through. And I want to share that with you today. Because the reason I say that's doing everyone a disservice is because, first of all, it's clearly doing a disservice for yourself, because you are creating disalignment within you. Because most of the time, we know that by choosing others, when you choose others or situations, we are kind of pushing our boundaries back and we're denying our needs. And that for sure creates disalignment within us because we are out of integrity with ourselves. And when I say integrity, it means kind of lying, not being honest. And we know that sometimes we don't want to do some things. Sometimes we know it's not fair to do some things. But as we want to people please, we do them anyway. And that creates a lack of integrity, which creates then disalignment. And afterwards is doing a disservice to others, because thinking that by giving them all that they need, that's love and support, it's not true. It's not true, because we can give everything to someone or in a situation. It could be the job, it could be a friend, it could be a partner, romantic partner, it could be someone in your family. You could literally give everything to that person. Financial resources, energy resources, presence, support, love, name it all. You could literally give them everything and still it would be not enough for them, or it would not be enough to help them, because everything everyone does has everything to do with them and nothing to do with us, literally. So by you giving everything to that person, it's not helping them. It's actually the opposite. Let's see it that way. That person is seeking comfort and asking for those things because they feel like that thing is gonna save them for whatever it is. But in reality, by us, or the person who's giving and giving them all of those things, we're just keeping them in their pattern, which reinforce them to think they need others, or that they can feel broken because they need those things. It keeps them reinforcing their pattern of not being enough, which keep them in that pattern, and it's not helping them. It's actually masking whatever it is that they need to work on in order to evolve as a better person, a more present person, to up level their reality in their lives. because everyone is an whole individual by themselves. Everyone is already whole, but we like to believe that we are broken or that we need others to fix us, when in reality it's not the case. Because, as I said, everything everyone does has everything to do with them and not with us, and not with you. And also, if we come back to yourself, how you treat yourself is how you show others how to treat you. And for the longest time, I always find it unfair that I was always the one giving and never receiving anything when I needed, or the other person never reciprocated their actions that I did for them. And that's the thing. It's that in a way, by me giving everything to persons, to jobs, to friends, to family and everything, I thought that because I would wish that someone would do that for me, I would do it for them to validate me and do it for me afterwards. Like, if I save you, then you have no choice but to save me too. And that's just a lie. That's just a lie, because I'm pretty sure you've experienced that, where you give all of your time, energy, attention, love to one person, and then they're gone. They don't even care that they're gone, and you took everything with them. Been there, done that, and it's not because of them, it's not them to blame for all those situations where it happens in my life. I was just showing them how to treat me because I was treating myself that way. And that in itself, it's mind-blowing when you get that point. And I know you get my point. I know. So, now that we know why it's not selfish to choose yourself first, let's dive deep in more on how it is to choose yourself first. And choosing yourself first is not always about choosing yourself over other people or over situations. Most of the time, choosing yourself is choosing the version of you who knows better, who thinks more in a way that's more aligned with your desires, instead of the version of you who has fear and that lives in the past. That's what I realized, is that in moments where I wanted to put boundaries, but I was scared to put them, in that moment, it was not even to choose myself over the people who were asking me to push back my boundaries. It was at that moment to choose the version of me who knew why it was so important to put my boundaries in, and why it was so important to know better. At first, it's not easy to put boundaries where you're used to never put them. It's not easy. It doesn't get because you decide to choose yourself first that everything becomes easy. No, in the moment, choosing yourself first, it's much more about choosing the version of you who literally knows better. Because we know in deep in our heart the truth, we know that, but most of the time in the moment we decide to choose fear over the love or the things that we know it's true. So choosing yourself first is literally that. And for me, it's how it has been represented in my life in the past few months. It's like not a battle between me, other people, and how I would be selfish or not. It's like, Lina, you know your truth, you know your alignment, and now in this moment, even though it's scary, choose the version of you who knows better. And when you do that, then it gets easier to see clearly that it's important to put your boundaries. It's important to retract yourself from situations that are not good for you, to retract yourself from people who do actions that are not aligned with what you want. It gets much more easier because as you choose that version of you, you kind of integrate their truth and then you can see everything that it's not aligned with that truth. So, to make it short, choosing yourself is literally the best thing you can do for all the people involved in the situation. Literally. Because you are giving yourself the integrity you deserve. and aligning with your truth, which then teach them how to treat you, and which inspired them to look for their truth and seek comfort inside of themselves instead of outside, which then everyone is aligned, and it stops creating that separation and that cleanliness, that need for saving because nobody can save you. You can only save yourself, and that's true for everyone. So by you doing it, you're inspiring others to do it. And secondly, start to see choosing yourself instead of a too big battle between the things that are outside of you, which you have no control really. Seeing it more as choosing yourself first, meaning choosing the version of you who knows better at each moment. As Eckhart Tolle says it so well, once everything inside falls into place, everything outside does too. And it hasn't been more true since I've started doing that. That's all for this video. I hope this was insightful for you as much as it was for me. And let me know in the comments below what was your mind-blowing moment in this video and what part helped you bring light to this topic. And I really hope you have a wonderful day, week, moment, hour, second, and that you're doing everything in your power so you are thriving from the inside out. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.